I'm Jasmine Osborne, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. The Oscars are finally over. Award season is done, and at time of recording, it's been done for almost a month. Sorry I'm a little late on this, just, been busy with some things, been living life, things are weird, but things are getting good, so yeah, but either way, the Oscars happened, and, there was a lot of hype, a lot of controversy. Overall, I had a great time. I invited some friends over to my dad's place. We watched them. We made food. My dad even interacted with us. We had a ton of fun, just making jokes. I was the only one who saw all the movies. A lot of people there. The three of my friends. One of them hadn't even seen any of the movies except for Nosferatu, and most of them hadn't seen most of the movies. But we still had a fun time. It was great, and it was a wonderful night, and but aside from my friends, Conan O'Brien was a wonderful host, way better than Kimmel. Easily the best host in, probably, a decade, more than a decade. But yeah, he did a great job. He was very entertaining. The show dragged on a little long, which we'll talk about one of the reasons for that, but overall it was a great ceremony. I had a fun time, my friends had a fun time, but what everyone wants to know about is the winners, and I'm going to talk about who won and if there were snubs or anything. I was going to go in order that the awards appeared in, but I got the Oscars list pulled up on their website on my laptop, and I'm just going to read that out in order. So yeah, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do the split screen thing I did in my first Oscars video. I'm just going to read them. If you want to know the nominees, look them up yourself. Or refer to my video. Give me views. I would love that. But, yeah, either way, first off, for actor in a leading role, Adrien Brody won for The Brutalist. Timothy Chalamet or Coleman Domingo or Sebastian Stan would have been good wins, but Adrien Brody was my favorite there. He gave a very emotional, genuinely gut-wrenching performance. I've rewatched The Brutalist since, and he 100% deserved it. Now, as great as he did in the movie, his speech was way too damn long. It was I think it was genuinely 10 minutes. It was way too long. I get it, he was emotional, but man, he could have cut it short. It was everyone at my party was yelling at the camera, telling him to shut up because it was going on too long. But other than that, wonderful job. I'm glad he won. But if you ever win again, please keep it shorter. For actor in a supporting role, Kieran Culkin won for A Real Pain, the least shocking award of the night. Everyone knew he was going to get it. I'm a little disappointed. He was great. He was the best part of that movie, but he was probably my least favorite nominee there. I was rooting for Yuri Borisov, even though I knew it was unlikely, but I thought Guy Pearce or Jeremy Strong had a good chance. They had a good shot at it, but Kieran Culkin, he swept. It makes sense. He did do a great job, but personal preference for me wanted other people to win. But not bad. His speech was funny. But, yeah, it was unsurprising, but, slightly disappointing, which there's a few more of those we'll talk about. But, for actress in a leading role, not disappointed at all, honestly. Mikey Madison won for Anora. Now, a lot of people wanted Demi Moore to win, and I am one of those people, kinda. As long as it was her or Mikey, I would not have had any disappointment. Fernanda Torres was great. Cynthia Erivo did a good job, and Carla Sofia Gascon, thank God she did not win, but point being, I wanted one of those two to win. However, upon further review, while The Substance is still my favorite movie of last year, Mikey Madison is probably my favorite performance. She did such an incredible job capturing that character and working in that setting. She gave a truly fantastic performance, and I'm really happy she won. I hope this gives more career opportunities in the future for her. I want to see her in more stuff. She is she's an incredible actress in the making, and I really want to see her get maybe even a better role than this. Even though that might be hard, but I would love to see it. Demi Moore would have been a great win too, but The Substance did win something that we'll discuss fairly soon. And for another disappointing but expected win, actress in a supporting role, Zoe Saldana won for Emilia Perez. I knew she was going to win, but I didn't want her to. I wanted Felicity Jones to win for The Brutalist. She was my favorite. Zoe Saldana is the one great thing about Emilia Perez, but I still didn't really want it to win. I didn't want her to win just based on the fact that Felicity Jones did better. And Monica Barbaro, honestly, she also did better. And yeah, maybe the controversies of that movie are tainting me a little bit, but I don't know. It was disappointing, but I expected it, so I'm not, angry about it. For animated feature film, one that I loved, I was really worried Wild Robot was going to win. I'm not really worried. It was a good movie, but it was very by the numbers. It was very, it was generic in many ways. It had some great animation and some good music, and Lupita Nyong'o did a great job voice acting, but I was not rooting for it. Flow subverted my expectations, and it won, becoming the first independent feature animated movie to win Best Animated Film. And I was very happy it did. I rewatched it again after the win with my dad and his family. They all loved it. And yeah, it's just such a... Like I said in my original video, it's a movie that, in my favorite movies video, it's a movie that just everyone will like. Such a sweet but not without substance movie with great style, wonderful sound design, incredible music. It was an awesome movie. It was great. It was not my favorite out of these. Y'all probably know that Memoir of a Snail was my favorite of the nominees. And, of course, there were other animated movies like Mars Express that I wish got nominated. But, and look back, but Flow was a great win. It was a great win for independent cinema. The director, I'm not going to try and pronounce what's his name? Glintz Zilbalodis. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. But he looked so happy. I saw his Twitter post after him in and out. I'm happy he won. I'm happy this movie won. It was a great movie. A great win for animation. It was I hope this brings this is a good sign for animation in the future. Animated short film, the only one that I saw was the winner, In the Shadow of the Cypress. It was good. There's not a lot I remember about it aside from the animation. Really great, like painting style, but it was fine. But yeah, I hadn't seen the others, so I'm gonna move past that. The Brutalist won cinematography. I was rooting for Nosferatu, but The Brutalist was not a bad win at all. The Brutalist was great. The Brutalist was incredibly well filmed by, and the cinematographer's name was Lowell Crawley, LOL is his name, and not trying to make fun of him. It's just it's a goofy little name. I like that. But yeah, just great cinematography from The Brutalist. Although I wanted Nosferatu to win. Spoilers: it didn't win anything. We'll talk about the more egregious examples of that in the next award, actually. But either way, The Brutalist, good second place. Dune Part 2 would have been fine too. I haven't seen Maria yet, and Emilia Perez. I heard Maria's bad, so I don't really want to check it out. But we'll see one day maybe. Costume design. I wanted Nosferatu to win. I knew it wasn't going to, and I was right, because Wicked won costume design. Wicked's costume design is good, but Nosferatu's is just so... It's great in the way that it adapts to the time period that it's set in, and the fantastic nature of Nosferatu and his look with the costumes they give him. It's amazing stuff, but... Wicked won. It's not an undeserved win. It's just Nosferatu was just a much better movie. I ended up rewatching it, and it honestly might be in the top 3 of my favorite films of last year now. It's an amazing movie. I'm not gonna like redo that list. It's just that Nosferatu, just an incredible movie that got unfortunately snubbed, but it got nominations, which is more than most horror films get, so that's something. Directing. This is the first of many wins we'll talk about for Sean Baker, director of Anora. Yeah, he won for this, and he won. Again, spoilers for later, but he did win 4 Oscars tonight, tying him with Walt Disney as the man who won the most Oscars in a single night. That shit is insane. That Sean frickin' Baker is up there with Walt Disney. I'm so happy. I've loved Sean Baker for a while. He did an incredible job with Anora. He's done an incredible job in all his movies, but Anora is his best movie and his best directed movie. However, while I am very happy about this, I wanted Coralie Farge to win for The Substance. It's the better directed movie. It's a little bit... If we're going by the title of Best Achievement in Directing, there is a bit more of an achievement of envelope pushing in The Substance. It is incredible, the stuff they pull off. In both movies, but I prefer The Substance just a bit more. Either way, Sean Baker, great win. Excellent win. Just would have preferred for The Substance to win, but I'm not sweating it. Documentary feature film No Other Land won. I ended up checking that out. It's a documentary on the horrible things going on in Palestine, directed by both people from Israel and Palestine, and it's very... Shocker, it's depressing. Very depressing, but in a way, hopeful that, there's some people who, despite the generational conflicts that go on there, they were able to work together and just show how bad it is for everyone involved. Yeah, I'm not going to try and derail this too much, but Free Palestine, now and forever. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound disingenuous. It's just it's a topic that does mean a lot to me as someone of Jewish descent. People using my heritage to try and justify that, it rubs me the wrong fucking way. But yeah, Free Palestine, end the occupation. I'm gonna end this here before I get emotional. But yeah, great movie. Glad it won. Important historical moment. I unfortunately did not watch documentary short film. Film editing. Sorry, just moving on. Yeah, film editing. Anora, Sean Baker won again. The editing is amazing. The Brutalist also had some great editing. You could have thrown one at that, but the Brutalist got 3 Oscars. We're talking about 2 already. We'll talk about one in a bit, but yeah. Anora's some great editing, excellent, very purposeful with the movie. No excessive cuts. It worked extremely well. Sean Baker is a great editor as well as director and writer, so yeah, he deserved it. He did a great job. I loved his speech where he said, "Yeah, I saved this movie. The director should never work again." Despite being the director, I thought that was funny. He was funny on all the speeches he gave, but yeah, editing. Yeah, Nora deserved it. He did a great job. I'm glad it won. For international feature, I'm Still Here won. I thought this was going to be an Emilia Perez win, but I'm Still Here was able to cinch it. I'm glad. It was a great movie. Very emotional, very powerful. However, I did end up watching The Girl with the Needle from Denmark. That is another very great movie. That might be better. It's extremely disturbing, I'll say that. Very disturbing. But yeah, I'm not even going to spoil a single thing about it. If you like disturbing movies, watch it. It's just... It's kind of gut-wrenching. So, prepare yourself if you end up watching it. For makeup and hairstyling, The Substance won, thank fucking God. I thought they were gonna be weak and give it to Wicked. But thankfully, they gave it to The Substance. That was the best one there. My dad argued with me Nosferatu, and I don't disagree. Nosferatu is almost, if not as good, but The Substance just went wild with it, went wild with everything they did with it, so I'm not while Nosferatu or A Different Man would have been a good win, I'm glad the Substance won something, and this is the one it really needed to win. So, yeah, hell yeah, that makes me so happy. Original score, The Brutalist, it was the only good one there. The rest were decent to bad. Emilia Perez and Conclave were not good. Wicked was fine, and The Wild Robot was fine, but very cliche. Like, The Brutalist was excellent, one of the best film scores of the year. Thank God. Thank God that won. That made me so happy. For original song, we got El Mal from Emilia Perez, the other obligatory Emilia Perez win. Knew that was going to happen, but, you know, it was the best song in the movie, probably. So I'm not like pissed about it, but man, it was a little disappointing. I thought maybe Like a Bird would have a chance. Sing Sing was a great movie. I wish it got something. It was a good movie, but yeah. Now the one Best Picture. I was pulling for The Substance, but Anora got it. Not mad about that at all. Anora deserved it. It was an incredible. It was an incredible movie. One of the best of last year. One of the Best Picture winners ever. Maybe top 10. I don't know about all of them. Probably top 10. I don't know. I need to think about all of them. But yeah, incredible winner. Incredible movie. I was pulling for The Substance, but it losing to Anora, not a bad thing. Yeah, there's also The Brutalist, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, Dune Part 2. There were a lot of great movies, but Anora was a phenomenal win. I'm not mad about that, even in the slightest. Production design went to Wicked. Yeah, I knew it was going to go to Wicked. My dad really wanted to go to The Brutalist. Fair. The Brutalist would have been a fantastic win, but I wanted it to go to Nosferatu. What they did in Nosferatu was also just insane. Everything looks so natural with the world, but also like it took so much planning. Like Wicked's is also incredibly good. I'm not going to pretend like it's not an achievement, but it's just hard for me to like be so invested in the multi-million-dollar movie winning it, like the $170 million movie winning it when The Brutalist with $9.5 million budget and Nosferatu with a $40 million budget did just as, if not more impressive stuff with their minimal budgets. So, and I just think that those two are the better movies. But either way, Wicked, it's a deserved win. I'm just a little salty because I love Nosferatu and I wanted that one to win. But either way, not the biggest deal in the world. Wicked was going to get something, and that's one of the best ones it got. Live action short film, sorry, can't comment. Sound, yeah, Dune Part 2 won. I will say, I said Zoe Saldana was the best part of Emilia Perez. I was wrong. I rewatched Emilia Perez before the Oscars, or at least big parts of it, with headphones on. The sound design is pretty incredible. There's some incredible, like, subtle directional sound design choices that I just didn't, that like are kind of hard to notice, but it's actually really good attention to detail. Like it's genuinely like, there's also instances of auto-tune, which I don't know if that should count in best sound, but the auto-tune isn't very good. But in terms of like sound mixing and editing of the background sounds, great stuff there. Like genuinely great stuff there. Dune Part 2 is still better, but that would not have been a bad win for Emilia Perez. I will be honest. I will put my money where my mouth. I will put my heart out there and say, yeah, I was wrong. That's one Emilia Perez could have won. But Dune Part 2 won it, and I'm glad it got that. It also got the next one, visual effects. While yes, it is the best one there, it's way better than Wicked or Alien Romulus or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I was hoping that Better Man would win the Robbie Williams monkey movie, just because it would have been really funny. And I genuinely really like that movie. It's not great. It's got a lot of problems, but it's a ton of fun. It's so goofy. I hope we get more biopics like it. That'd be really fun. But Dune Part 2 deserved the win. I'm not pretending it didn't, but yeah, I would have loved to see I would have loved to see better man kill it, but whatever. Whatever. We got a good win. For adapted screenplay, yeah, I knew Conclave had a good shot, but I'm pissed. Not pissed, but it's a good screenplay, but it's no Nickel Boys or Sing Sing, in my opinion. Or a complete unknown. It's better than Amelia Press, but that's not fucking hard. That movie's horribly written. Like, yeah, I didn't. It was just not a super interesting story until, like, the last 30 minutes. The last 15 minutes. Like, there was not a lot interesting up until that point. There were moments, but, like, very fleeting. I did not get a lot out of that. And so, it's not a bad movie. It's good in some ways, but I'm probably never watching it again. My dad likes it, and so does my grandma, apparently, and that. I'm not too interested in ever checking that crap out again. But, now, the final one, original screenplay, the final win for Anora. Yeah, it's the best one there. I love The Brutalist. I love The Substance. And A Real Pain is good. September 5, I still don't know why the hell that was nominated. That one sucked. But Anora was the best one there. Incredibly tightly written. Great naturalistic dialogue. I know some people on Twitter were mocking the dialogue for being, like, crass and, like, vulgar, but it fits the vibe of everyone there. Like, every character, I believe at least every line that comes out of their mouth. They all did a great job portraying those lines, the actors, but the lines themselves and the events written into the story are so well written and so well paced. It is such a well structured movie. It was great. It was wonderful. I'm glad it won this. I'm glad that Sean Baker won again. I'm glad he swept. It was a good sweep. I love that man. Is genuinely one of my favorite people in the industry. Yeah, gotta love it, man. You gotta love it when one of your favorite movies actually wins the Oscars. It's rare. I mean, not necessarily. Like, usually, for the past little bit, the movies I like have won, but Anora is close to my favorite. It's closer to my favorite than any of the winners from previous. It almost makes up for Poor Things not winning Best Picture, my beloved, but not a big deal. Either way, I'm glad Anora won. I'm happy about most of the wins. Yeah, not a lot to say. Just it was a really fun Oscars. It was a really fun time. Yeah, I had a great time with my friends. I had a great time, with the build up to it. Even though there was a lot of controversy, it was interesting seeing, like, thinking what was gonna win. But yeah, it was a fun award season, and it helped me look back a lot to think, damn, 2024 was another really special year for movies. Like, a lot of people were saying, oh, we're not nearly as good as 2023. Yeah, you didn't have, like, a Barbenheimer, but there's so many great movies that came out, so many special movies that will hold a special place in my heart, at least, for years to come. I think 2024 is better than 2023 in terms of, like, the amount of good movies. Not quite that peak, but a lot of great stuff. But either way, I am going to end it there. Pretty short. This is going to be a pretty short video, but yeah, just thank you all for watching. I'm probably going to do this for next Oscars. Yeah, but also, as all, I don't know if I've said this before, but please watch these movies and form your own opinions. Don't rag on me too much for them. But always feel free to disagree, share other perspectives in the comments. But yeah, I will see you in my next video, which should come out not too long after this one. Either way, y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.